Hi guys! I was in the garden yesterday and something there inspired me for this cake. So I noticed that we have a lot of ripe gooseberries on our gooseberry bush. They're really tiny, and I thought I want to bake something with these gooseberries. So today I'm gonna make a gooseberry cream cake with these beautiful gooseberries from the garden, and I'm planning to decorate them with a little bit of garden flowers. So I have some lavender here, but I'm not sure whether I will use these to decorate or whether I'm gonna go in the garden and pick some more flowers, some more edible flowers to decorate this cake with. So you might want to stick along and see whether you get a little tour into the garden. What I've done in the meantime, I've melted my butter and it is cooling. And in the meantime, while it's cooling, I'm gonna start whisking the eggs with the sugar. So I have a medium bowl here and going to add my eggs there. So the eggs are in, now I'm adding the sugar and I'm using some cane sugar here. And now I'm just gonna whisk the eggs with the sugar until they are nice and foamy. So now I've been mixing for about 5 minutes, and if you look, the mixture looks really fluffy and pale, and if I draw something then the figure stays on top for a couple of seconds. So that's how you know it's ready. And now I'm gonna add in the vanilla. So about 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract or vanilla paste. And also I'm adding in the cooled melted butter. And now I'm just gonna give it a short mix just to combine everything. Now you want to swap to a spatula and start sifting in the dry ingredients. I've mixed my dry ingredients already, so I have them all here. And I'm gonna start sifting them in. So I've added in about half now, and I'm gonna just start folding that in. And because you have a really fluffy mix, you want to just fold the dry ingredients in. So don't over mix. And then you just want to keep on adding the rest of the flour. Now I'm just again folding in. And because that's not all of the dry ingredients that we are adding, we want to add the rest before we completely mix everything in. So we don't want to over mix, and that's why we are adding in the almond meal now as well. So in goes the almond meal. And now I will continue folding until everything has been well combined. So now I can see there are no dry spots left. So I've been folding through the bottom, from the middle and from the sides, and it's all well combined. Now I'm gonna measure the yogurt and add in the yogurt. So I'm adding in the yogurt now. So I have just natural flavored plain yogurt here. And then again, you just want to mix that in, but also folding. So carefully fold in the yogurt. So we've got that yogurt mixed in, and we still have a really soft batter. And now you want to grab the baking tin. So I have a 23 centimeter springform mold here, and I have buttered it, as you can see. And now I'm gonna transfer my batter into the form. The next thing is the gooseberries. So you want to wash them, and if you want, you can remove these ends as well. So I removed all of the brown parts from the gooseberries. I'm not too worried about the green parts. Just don't want any dry, flour, I think that's the flour part, in the cake. And now I'm just gonna spread this over the top. Now I'm gonna bake the cake, and as always you can find the baking instructions for the cake on my website, and the link is available in the description box. Once you have baked the cake, you want to remove it from the oven and allow it to cool on a cooling rack for about 15 minutes before you remove it from the cake tin. And now that it's cooled, I'm gonna remove it from the cake tin. So just loosening the sides a little bit with the spatula. And now you just want to allow it to cool completely before you start decorating it with the cream, because it's really hot now, and it will basically just melt the cream if you start decorating it now. So allow it to cool completely so that it's cold to touch, and then start with the cream topping. So today is the second day I'm making this cake. My cake is cooling in the fridge. It was really late yesterday when I finished baking, and I wanted to leave it to cool completely. Like I said, you really want to cool the cake completely before you start adding the cream on top. So I just left it overnight in the fridge, and actually sometimes that's even better, because then the base has time to kind of prove, and it just will be more moist and fluffy. So I have my quark there. That's the first thing for the cream that you need. If you're not using quark, then you can just use cream cheese. Then add the sugar, and also adding a little bit of vanilla, about 1 teaspoon. And then you just want to give it a short mix. So just mix it all so that it's all well combined. So just shortly so that it's all nicely combined. And also I have whisked my whipping cream until stiff peaks, and I'm gonna add half of it in now. And then I'm just gonna fold it in. Just until it's almost combined, and then I'm gonna add in the rest of the cream. And then you want to continue folding it in, and fold it in until it's all well combined. So now it's ready. It's all nice and smooth, and what you would want to do at this point is just to make a taste test to check for the sugar. So if there's enough sugar for you. I trust it because I don't like it too sweet, and the cake base is gonna be quite sweet as well, so I'm gonna leave it like this. And now we're just going to add the cream on top. So I've just added it in the middle, and now I'm just gonna spread it a little bit closer to the edges. So you just want to make sure that it doesn't start to drip off the cake. So that's it. Now we're going to make the toasted almonds, which is optional, so you can leave it or add them on top. And then, as promised, I will be taking this cake to the garden and decorating it with some garden flowers. So stay tuned for that. So you need a dry pan on medium heat, and then just add the almonds in. And we're just going to toast them shortly, so watch the almonds and keep on tossing them so that they only get a really light caramel-like color to them, so that you don't get them really dark and brown, because then they won't taste really nice. So now you can see they have got some color already, so I'm gonna turn off the heat now and just leave them on just for a little longer, but only little. I don't want them to get really dark. So now I'm happy with the color. Just gonna show you here. They have some color, nice caramel-like color. And now I'm gonna remove them and leave aside to cool a little before I place them on the cake. So my almonds are cooling, and it means I had too much time for thinking, and I decided I don't like the decoration like that. So I'm gonna change it with a spoon. So I'm gonna just go around like this. I like it more like this. If you want to keep it as it was before, then keep it like that, or you can of course make your own decoration if you want. Now that the almond has had time to cool, I'm gonna sprinkle those on top. Losing my words again, as I do. So just adding those on top. I think it looks really pretty like this already, so it doesn't necessarily need the edible flowers on top, and if you are unable to get hold of those, then just leave it like this. So I got my cake here, and I've picked some edible flowers from the garden. Unfortunately, I forgot my tripod at home, as you do, so I'm not able to film how I decorate. But I will decorate with the flowers, and then I'm gonna show you how the end result is gonna look. So here I've added quite a lot on top, but I think it looks really beautiful. I will take some photos, and I will also add those to the video because, well, it's a bit shaky and it's a bit difficult for me to film with the lights changing here in the garden, but I will take some pictures and I will add them for you to see. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and a little part in the garden, even though I didn't quite plan it too well because I forgot the tripod, so had to improvise. But luckily the cameraman is here, so I get to film a little bit with myself and the cake. So I really hope you like this one, and I've just had a taste. Tastes really nice. It's really sweet. The sponge is really sweet, and the berries bring that little sour to the cake, and then the cream just makes it all perfect. So try this out and let me know what you think. If you enjoyed watching this video and if you think this cake looks beautiful, don't forget that thumbs up for support and subscribe for some more delicious recipes. Thank you for watching my video. Bye bye until next time.